Hey guys, welcome to a new video for today, and I apologize for the lighting already because I'm too lazy to turn the light on, and I've got a bit of a headache. So right now I don't feel like turning the light on. I just finished getting this week's videos ready. I'm going to be continuing the track showcases from last week because I still got I think 3 left. If not, I'll film another video sometime during the week to suffice. But yeah, I've got this week's videos ready. Got a Minecraft video coming tomorrow. I've got a Forza Horizon 3 coverage video coming Tuesday. And then the rest of the track showcases from the crew will carry out the rest of the week. And that does not include any sort of news videos that come up during the time. That really depends on what happens over this week with news from Pokemon. I do believe there's Pokemon news coming August 2nd, as well as the trying to think. The stunt race creator for GTA 5 comes out on August 2nd as well. But yeah, you get the general gist of things. There will be probably a lot of news videos to go intertwined with the regular videos I'm uploading this week. But this video is to talk about something I get asked quite a lot. I'm a car guy myself. If you haven't checked the channel's about thing, and if you haven't watched a ton of my videos or checked out the logo, I'm a massive car guy, and a lot of people ask me, what are my dream cars? And that's a hard question because I have so many cool cars that I like, and this is kind of like a bit of a discussion video. It's something a little bit different, but I decided to make it anyway. So what are my dream cars? It really depends on the occasion. Like I have two different. I want to own 2 cars at one point. I want to have a truck and a normal car. And that normal car can be anything I really want, but I want preferably I'd want something rear-wheel drive, possibly Japanese because they are known for their reliability. Just Asian cars in general are really reliable. But yeah, I'm gonna start off with the trucks. My dream truck, and I can't use cars I've owned, so the Kia and my Explorer are out. Um, my dream truck would have to be a GMC Sierra. Now, I am for whatever reason, when it comes to GM, if I'm going to own a GM truck, it's going to be a GMC because Chevrolet is just too mainstream, I guess. I know a lot of people who are going to hate me for saying that, but for whatever reason, I prefer GMC over Chevrolet. Um, if I'm going to buy a GM truck, it's going to be a GMC. Now, I would normally say the F-150, but I'm looking at this from a money standpoint and a quality standpoint. The new F-150s are so expensive, really, because they are aluminum bodies, and that's really what's jacked up the price on those. I could get a Silverado with much more equipment for about 20 grand less, and that's a massive difference in price. Because they're both so. The way I priced it, I priced a Silverado Custom, a 1500 Custom, which is just above the LS, and then I have the F-150 XLT, which is right above the XL, which replaces the XLS, which is why I always joke around on my truck being a work truck. Um, but yeah, anyway, so similar equipped packages. I had graphic decal packages on both trucks. I had all sorts of technologies added. I had the best equipped touchscreen radio on them. I don't believe I had nav on either truck. And the Silverado came out to about 29,000, I believe, and the F-150 came about 39,000. So it was a pretty large gap between the 2 trucks, and it was ridiculous. I was just like, why? What's the difference? And I thought about it, I was like, makes sense. They have aluminum bodies. So my dream truck is definitely going to be one of the GM trucks right now because you get more value for your money, and they're a whole heck of a lot cheaper for the same equipment. Granted, they're a lot heavier and they're probably a lot worse on gas, but I find it worth it. I mean, you get a V8 for crying out loud. There's no twin turbo V6s here. Yeah, you can tell I hate the EcoBoost. But anyway, onto the car part. Now, the car part has been kind of a bit of an issue for a long time. Now, if I didn't take any cars I've owned in the past or currently own out, I would definitely say that Kia, because the Kia is a car that I grew up with. It's a car that has grown on me, because when my dad first bought that car in 2005, I was like, what's a Kia? I've never heard of this, because I knew all my car stuff through Gran Turismo 3. And for those of you who don't know, Gran Turismo 3 was released in 2001, and I played it all the way until 2009, thinking those were the only cars to ever be put in video games. And I was wrong, very wrong, because it took me about 2009 to get a PS3, and that's when the next Gran Turismo 5 came out. That's the next Gran Turismo I bought. But I didn't know about the GTR's existence until 2009. But yeah, so Anyway, back to the topic. The Kia was a cool car, and I got to talk about it a little bit more later. I'm doing a car vlog later on, probably sometime this week, and I will talk about it because there is a little bit something I've been hiding from you guys about the Kia. I'm just gonna say that. Um, but anyway, back to the topic. Hands. If we take the cars I've owned in the past or currently own out of the list, we can talk about maybe the Abarth 500, the a classic Mini. I really love those two cars. I'm a big microcar guy myself. My parents think I'm crazy for loving microcars, but I always joke around with them like I'm gonna buy a Miata one day. My mom goes, "You'll be buying a death trap," and I was like, "Fair enough." But for whatever reason, I've been a big microcar fan my entire life. I've always thought the classic Mini was a neat little car. You know, I think I mentioned it in the Shmi 150 mini build video I did on Gran Turismo 6 that I disliked it at first because I'm a power freak. I love horsepower. And the Mini is 60 horsepower, which is okay at times, but, you know, let's face it, if you're going on a track day, you're going to get passed by a Honda Civic. And that's just sad. Or in Europe's case, a Vauxhall Corsa. But I think they're pretty neat little cars. You know, give them a turbo or something like that. It'll give them a bit more power, make them more sustainable to take on other cars. The Abarth has always been one of my favorite cars. You can go back all the way when I was doing my first crew gameplay videos. I always said the Abarth was a cool car. And at one point, I actually was very considering monetizing on my videos, which I'm still considering anyway, but monetizing my videos just so I can earn enough money to go buy an Abarth because they're inexpensive. You know, they're about 27,000, I believe, if you price them up like I did because I fully loaded the dang thing and I had all sorts of little packages and stuff on it. It was a blue color because I like blue. But you know, it's definitely a car I would consider buying maybe. If I ever had that much money, I'd just get me a Toyota Supra and just mod it to mess. But if I couldn't buy a car that was old, it'd be an Abarth. It'd be quite easily an Abarth or a John Cooper Works. Um, that also, if I had the money to buy a supercar, I'd probably go somewhere in the 488 zone or the Huracan 582 or the 488 GTB because for whatever reason I'm a big fan of rear wheel drive and all wheel drive is not my thing, but I'll do it. But the 582 Huracan is one of my favorites. You know, it's a little bit slower. It's a little more budget than the 610-4, but the 582's got two-wheel drive. And, you know, I could just throw a turbo in it or something and get it back up to 610. So, you know, it's not like a desperate loss. Um, you know, it's still a Lamborghini. Just like the 488 is still a Ferrari. I'd even buy a California T maybe. Um, but you know, that's all that is. But anyway, thanks for watching this discussion video. Again, I apologize for the lighting. You can probably barely see me right now. But again, thank you guys for watching this video. Like, subscribe for more, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care, everyone.